Mike Tedeschi, Portfolio Manager over at Perspective Wealth Planning. Earnings season continues, and in this video, we're going to take a look at 6 key companies that are reporting on Thursday. 3 before the bell and 3 after the bell. The 3 before the bell that we're going to pay attention to is Caterpillar, Peabody Energy, and Southwest Airlines. After the bell, we're going to be taking a look at tech giants Apple and Amazon, and we'll also take a look in at Intel as well. Now, Caterpillar, being one of the key components in the Dow Jones, has been stuck for the last year in between 180 and that 250 zone. We had the breakout at the beginning of the year last year. We put in the highs in May. That area acted as resistance a week or so ago, and you can see that this 185 zone has held as support ever since we've had that breakout. Now, the interesting thing to note here is that we are right in the middle of this range. If we basically cut that range in half, we're sitting at right about that 210 level, and that's where we are heading into earnings here. So this level is going to be really important. If the bulls can hold that 210 zone, then that kind of opens up a move back towards that 240 resistance. If we lose this 210 zone, pretty much every time we've done that here over the last year, we've fallen back towards that 190, 180 support level. And so we're going to pay very close attention to what's going on here. Now, Peabody Energy BTU has had an incredible run so far this year. It's still up well over 100%. I'm going to back this chart up and we're going to look at the monthly time frame here. And as you can see, we're running right into that kind of important key zone, going back a few years, right in at that 28 level. Moving back to that daily chart, you can see that that's kind of where we failed a week or so ago when this area of the market got hit. We're right in the middle of this range, and so again, if we're taking a look at big, key, long-term levels, I can look at about this 25 as being a really good inflection point here for BTU, and we're basically trading right there at that 25 zone. If we don't hold there, a move back towards that 20 is support, and if we do hold above that zone and can get back up over that 29, we do kind of open that next leg to the upside. So we're going to pay very close attention to what they have to say. Now, the airlines have been all over the map. We're going to take a look in at Southwest Airlines. Last year pushed all the way up, almost made that new high, and has since fallen back down. But you can see we have clearly held really above that 36 zone since the bottom of the pandemic when we got up over it here. That held us kind of the low of the year. Where we're at right now, the key level is right in at this 46 zone. You can see a ton of price action here over the last 8 months or so. Every time we've kind of run into this 46 zone, we've been either bounced if we were testing it from above, or we've been kind of rejected if we were testing it from below. So what happens at this 46, 47 zone is going to be key. A move back up above it kind of targets that next potential resistance zone up at 56. And if it's not able to hold above that, we do have support back down in that 40 to 36 zone, which is what we saw from the lows of the year right here. So definitely important to pay attention to what's going on in the travel side of things with Southwest Airlines. Let's jump in now and let's take a look at Amazon. I'm going to clear this chart up so we have a fresh look here for this video. Key level 2,700 to that 2,900, right? If you guys have been watching these videos for a while, resistance and support is not one point, it is a zone. This zone right here has determined who essentially has won, either the bears or the bulls here over the last year. So every time we've tested this, we've bounced back up. Each time, and we're right back into this zone. So heading into earnings, 2,700 is going to be that key area to hold. If we're able to hold that and get back up over 29, we really have resistance back up at that 35 to that all-time high zone back in here, middle of the zones right around that 3,100. So those are going to be the key levels to pay attention to Amazon, right? We have seen some of those big leaders fall very hard. Earnings season, Google down almost 10% yesterday on their earnings. So what goes on here in Amazon is going to be really important. And of course, what happens in Apple is going to be very important as well. 150 is that big key level. Again, it's a zone. It's not one number, so it's really at like 146 to 150. You can see this being really important price action for a lot of times here over the last 6 to 8 months. The resistance side is very clear up here at this 180. We've not been able to break above that. So Apple really has been trading in that nice range here. since November of last year. A move under 150 would not be good for the bulls. A move over 180 would be a very good sign up there at those all-time highs. Right, chopping around and staying inside this range would be completely normal price action after such a run-up. Digesting that move is perfectly healthy. We're going to pay very close attention to what goes on here, but those are the two levels we're watching, really 150 and 180. Anything in between, and you're still trapped inside that zone. The last name we wanted to take a look at is Intel. The semiconductors have really been beat up as of late. We can take a quick look at the semiconductor index. You can see it finally broke down here over the last couple of days below the lows from last year. And so we're paying attention to that major chip manufacturer, Intel here. This is a huge, and I've got this chart backed up to 10 years. This is a huge level. The importance goes all the way back to 2017 when we made that breakout. Tested it multiple times in 2018, 19, 20. We didn't test it in 21. We're kind of testing it here in 2022. Now remember, it's not one number, it's a zone, and it's every time we've fallen into that 44 to 42 zone since 2017 that has acted as support. We have seen a lot of names, again, break down here so far this year with tech really under pressure. Intel really needs to hold above that 42 zone. It's got resistance on the upside at 52 and then 56. You can see all the price action that has taken place at these levels here over the last 6 months. So we're definitely going to want to pay very close attention to what goes on here. As always, I hope you guys found this content useful. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, want to talk anything about the overall market, feel free to reach out to me at mtedeschi at perspectivewealthplanning.com, or you can reach me at 814-580-9881. See you guys tomorrow. Take care.